Hey guys, it's Rachel from Tiramar Farms, and I'm just doing a really quick egg update. We are on day 19 with our eggs, which means I have taken out the divider bars that had them sitting upright, and I have leveled off the incubator. I won't be rotating it anymore like I showed you in the last video. I will now be turning these eggs daily, one at a time by hand. So you can see they're laying flat in there now, and they have a dot on them from a permanent marker just to mark which side's up and which side's down so I don't get confused when I come to turn them. We have filled up both of the wells on the bottom of the incubator with water to increase the humidity, and then we've also closed this hatch. Throughout the incubating it was about half open. It's now about a quarter open. So we've closed it about 3/4 of the way, and that's to increase the humidity so that the eggs have plenty of moisture, or the chicks have plenty of moisture as they start to come out of their shells. I'm not going to be candling them again at this point. However, I did recandle the two from last time that I thought were duds. They are still empty, so I've taken those out and I'm about to go take a look at those and see what's inside. So that'll be up next. But everything else I've left alone, not to candle, and hopefully we will be back in a couple of days. They should hatch around day 21, but that can vary a little bit sometimes. So hopefully in a couple of days I'll have a hatching video for you and we'll have some pips. But thanks for following along, and let's go take a look at those duds and see what's going on with those. Okay guys, I have here these two eggs from our incubation. I left these in even though I knew that they were duds. I just left them in just to be absolutely sure that I wasn't making a mistake. But I decided to check them again, and because I needed more room in the incubator for the chicks to start hatching and it's a little crowded in there, I decided to go ahead and take these out. And now, because I'm curious, I'm going to check them and see if I can see if they were ever fertilized and they failed, or if maybe they weren't fertilized to begin with. I don't think I'm going to be able to tell 100% for sure depending on how it goes, but I did just want to crack them and see what happens. I did candle them, so I know there's nothing in here but yolk is what it looks like on the candling. I know it's not a full-term fertile egg, at least. There's no way from what I saw candling it. Totally clear, one dark spot that looks like yolk, so this may smell bad, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, see, that is an old, you can tell this egg would not be good to eat because it's been in an incubator for 19 days. Even though it's not, and I'm gonna grab a rag to wipe my hands off because it's gross. Even though it's not fertilized, and I can't see any development at all, so I don't think this egg was fertilized at all to begin with. But I definitely would not want to eat it because it's extremely runny. You can see how weak the yolk was. I think that this egg was just not fertilized. Maybe the rooster missed a day. I don't know. But I believe this egg was just never fertilized to begin with. So now I'm going to crack the other one and see what happens with it. Okay, I got a clean plate, so I'm going to go in with egg number 2. I think I'm probably going to see roughly the exact same thing. Yeah, that's an old weak egg. You can tell, one thing that's really interesting about this is that it's a really good example of what an egg looks like when it starts to get old. The older the egg is, the runnier the white becomes and the weaker the yolk becomes. So that's a really good example of what happens when you have an egg that's past its prime. It gets very weak, the structure kind of starts to break down, the white doesn't hold together. Like, you could not poach an egg that was this old at all. The fresher eggs are better for poaching and stuff like that because they hold their shape better. But yeah, I don't see any kind of development at all. I believe these two eggs that ended up being duds were just not fertilized at all from the beginning, is what I believe happened. There's no smell yet to them. They're not rotten, even though they've been in an incubator for 19 days. Wouldn't eat them at all, but they're not rotten. So that's kind of interesting to me to see that even at 19 days at 99.5 degrees Fahrenheit, they still don't have an odor. They're just old and runny. So that was kind of interesting. I just wanted to see what would happen. So thanks for watching. I'll keep y'all updated, and you'll see the hatching video hopefully in a couple of days if everything goes according to plan. So thanks again for watching. You can subscribe down below. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Tiramar Farms, all those places. I also have a cooking channel here on YouTube that I just started. That is my homestead kitchen. That link will be down below as well. And I hope you enjoyed it, so I'll see y'all next time, hopefully with some baby chicks.